Bleh. Uh-huh. Oh, bah. Oh, bah. Oh, bah. Uh, hey, wait. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Heracles Porsche here, also known as Gildenlock on Xbox Live, and we're gonna be watching some of my replays while I discuss some recent going on in the world of Battle Islands Commanders. Alright guys, so yeah, I just want to catch some people up on some events that have been happening. I don't know how many people are keeping track of the, rankings for players and guilds and stuff, but if you've been watching the rankings for the worldwide, guilds, you might have noticed that Battle Alliance, which has been the #1 alliance in the world for quite a good long while, has actually fallen to #7. And this was sort of intentional on the part of the leader. I'm gonna just go through what happened. So I'm not gonna be covering anything that happens in the gameplay. You can make your own observations there. Um, but yes, we went from #1 to #7, and this is because a bunch of players, either by being kicked or from leaving on their own, ended up outside of Battle Alliance. And so yes, Properchief, he's the leader of the alliance. He decided he was going to kick inactives. I'm gonna explain why he made these choices. What I think of them. But yeah. So in the last patch, they implemented a thing where every player can see how active the players in their alliance are, and that was quite a change that was introduced in the last patch, and it's had a big impact on Battle Alliance. With Properchief deciding the inactive players need to go, and there were some very very inactive players. I'm just this is all just through vague recall, but from what I can remember, I think one of the players was actually inactive for over 90 days, and of course he was out, and a whole bunch of players who've been inactive, they're just gone. It's actually we've actually cut people from, inactives to the degree where we actually have I don't think we have any player left in Battle Alliance who's been inactive for much more than a day as of this broadcast. And that's quite a swap. It's a huge switch when you think about it. So yeah, here's the thought behind why Properchief would kick the inactives. It's all about unit trading. He wanted to get the unit trading up. Obviously, if you're not logging on, you're not trading. And trading is important to increasing the strength of the player base. So, I've already done a thing on unit trading, so I won't go into it too much. But short summary: you trade more, you get XP points and supplies, and then if you donate units, and then you request units, well, you're gonna level up that unit faster because you have more of them, and you're helping out your alliance either way, whether you're donating or requesting units. So it makes sense to have very active players, get a lot of trading going, and since joining Battle, so yeah, more players doing that means everyone who's in that process is getting stronger. It takes a while at our level to increase that strength, but it does go up. It does go up, and I think since joining Battle Alliance, I think I can't remember. I hit level 10 roughly around the time I joined Battle Alliance. I'm now 4,000 out of 30,000 of the XP points I need to get up to level 11, and that's not a small deal. And I'm not playing anywhere near as much as I used to. I'm playing a small portion of how much I used to. So let me get this next replay up here for you guys. And I'm still leveling, and it's all just through unit trading. So that's hopefully that emphasizes the importance of trading. And of course, when you level up, you get stronger bases. That means stronger, more HP from your bases, more damage from your bases. Same thing for your boat. And they're having a stronger base is not a make or break thing. It's not. It does not by any means guarantee a win, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to have a stronger base, and I don't think anybody in the worldwide top 50 is under level 9. We only have, I think, maybe one. I think slight majority, very slight majority, are probably level 10. I think there's only been like one level 11. So. Which is Spike Chief, who I think is worldwide number 7. I'm gonna check that in a second, but yeah. So that's everything that's happened. A bunch of players were kicked or left because they didn't like the players because they felt sore about watching other players get kicked, without understanding the thought process behind it. But we are replacing those players. So yeah, we're worldwide number 7. But the 2 players ahead of us it's like the player in world number 5 is only like maybe 2,000, a little over 2,000 above us. So we add literally one more decent player, and that'll bump us up from worldwide number 7 to worldwide number 5. So yeah, I hope that helped people understand Properchief's thinking. I know just me saying that is not going to swap everyone around to agreeing with that, but I thought maybe it would help a little if people understood there was a rationale. Yeah, some people did react really badly to it. But yeah, I just thought I would tell Properchief's side of it. And as I said, I do think maybe things might have gone more smoothly for us if instead of a mass kick of inactives, it had been kind of a one at a time. It had been a little more of a transition. But but like I've said, I do understand the basic rationale behind it. So I don't necessarily think people should be too hard on Properchief, And the trading has definitely increased. I've seen an increase in trading, and keep in mind this is gonna be so yeah. Keep a few things in mind with what's happened. We are gonna get those players back. We are gonna jump back up in the rankings. We'll probably be at the very least in worldwide number 3 in no time at all, really. I would be really surprised if we weren't back into at least worldwide number 3 by the end of the week. Here's the top players really quickly, and anyway, there's a quick look. Yeah, anyway, I think I have one more replay in here to show you guys. Yeah. So yeah, we're getting towards the end of this broadcast. Yeah, that's everything that went down. That's good. So if you're wondering where I'm looking at my notes here. I was very organized and prepared notes for myself today. But yeah, that's everything that went down. As I said at the start, it's definitely notable. Think about it, the fact that all of these recent events were very heavily influenced by the content of the last patch. And other than that, there's not too much going on in Battle Islands that I can see. I haven't really been covering I know like the worldwide number 1 players since I first started playing this game. I'm not talking alliances anymore. I'm talking about individual players. They've swapped quite a bit. It's not really recent news, but just something I've noticed. I think the biplane, well, airplane units in general, but particularly the biplane, has become a very popular unit out of the new units that were added. The AA turret, not so much. I really do feel strongly that it needs a buff. We do still have 3 more units that we're waiting on to see added to the game. And yeah, it's weird to see a very bizarre tactic. You see, I was never a big fan of the heavy tanks because there was that period of Battle Alliance where it seemed like everybody was using a heavy tank. But that's very much not the case anymore, and using heavy tank feels very different from what a lot of people are doing. So yeah, I was happy to bring some heavy tank footage to you guys. I certainly have and mix it with some newer units like the Great Pajorum. Um, so I think that's pretty good. Um, I'm not. Yeah, this is. I'm gonna be wrapping up the broadcast after this match. I'll do a quick little run through of, leaderboards and looking at some players and some chat. We'll do that before we end the broadcast. Yeah, but before I get to that wrapping up part, guys, just definitely let me know what you guys think of everything that's happened. I know there's, like I said, I know there's no way I can convince everyone that, Properchief's plan was completely solid. But like I said, I do understand the rationale behind it. It is increasing player donations, and this is the kind of game where everyone can pick what they're after. Straightforward thing is just to go after the short-term rankings, but everybody who's in an alliance like ours, hopefully the product, what they're gonna see are, they are in the clan that is gonna help them become stronger more quickly. It's a very different type of alliance than we used to be, but for new players who've made their way up in the rankings now, I have people joining towards the end of the broadcast. But we'll take a quick look at. Like I said, I did take a quick look at the leaderboard earlier, but and you can see, yeah, I recognize maybe 2 or 3 of these worldwide top 10 from like a few months ago. It's totally switched to new people. Like I said, there's the leaderboard. Also, I forgot to mention another thing that you guys have to think about is the fact that Properchief is going to have to hold himself to his own standard now. I have no doubt he will, but that's notable because I left my previous alliance because I didn't like being in an alliance where leadership was inactive. Of course, that was 420 Club, who I think were at one time in worldwide number 2. They're now in worldwide number 13, and their leadership is completely inactive. So as you can see, here's some of the recent dialogue. You can see there's some of the recent activity that's been going on with us. We're fully transparent. You can see everything we're doing. So yeah, just some people reacted, but things were explained to people, and I think everyone's calming down and seeing the rationale and deciding what they want to do with the new direction of Battle Alliance. But I really I'm looking forward to being in potentially the world's best, the best worldwide alliance for unit trading. That was one of my biggest motivations for getting out of an inactive clan and into something new. So like I said, hope you guys understand the rationale, or at least hope you guys found this video insightful. Welcome all your feedback as usual, but I think I've wrapped things up pretty well here. So until next time, guys. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you Starside.